Welcome to another episode of the Who's Your Nerds podcast. I don't know why I was being weird about that, but welcome back. It's Chris and Chris.
Yay.
Yay. And yeah, it's Monday right after I got off work. It's legitimately 4:30, 8. I am playing a game trying to relax after a long day of like
Eastern
200
time.
calls.
Oh, God, they're just come one right after the other. Like, what are these?
Don't people have other things to do than worry about their health?
Oh my! I need a renewal of my prescription. Okay, well you pushed scheduling, not. I don't think we should be able to do anything with those. In my
No,
opinion.
but then the office or people expect us to send them a message.
I know, but
And
that's not my. I am only scheduling.
yeah,
I'm not prescription filler. Not
I
my
know.
job.
It should be they call their pharmacy. The pharmacy sends it over. The pharmacy says, "All right, well, we did our part," and then the office should give them a call if
That's
they
right.
refill it. If they don't refill it, the office will let us know. We'll let them know that they need to come in and get scheduled.
I don't like that kind of unnecessary responsibility.
Well, I my aunts I had an aunt, and all my aunts shared it. Something of like, don't have the philosophy of it's not, I don't get paid for it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, but if I'm not going to get paid for it, I'm not doing it. Fuck that. If it's not in my it's if it's not my job, then I shouldn't have to do it. I
That's
did
what
that at other places, and it got me nowhere. It got
I
me
don't.
nowhere but more work and more headaches.
Right. That's what I said. I don't think we should touch it. Don't think we should be allowed to touch it. Don't think we should
Nope.
do anything with it. That's my opinion. It needs to stop. They need
But
to
it
have.
won't, because the office doesn't want to do anything.
No, they've already. They've created this, so
Yep.
that's exactly what they've done.
But oh well, I get paid, so I don't care.
I
Pay
know.
week.
Yeah, it is pay week. It's basically, which means I just have to save it till next week so I can pay rent.
Yep. Which is hard because it's a whole week of not being able to spend money.
Well, I mean, and that was going to be difficult for me originally, but that has changed. I was
Yeah.
supposed to go to the Atlanta, what is it? New Earth Festival or something like that. Atlanta, Indiana.
Oh, I was like Atlanta.
Atlanta, Indiana, the New Earth Festival. I was supposed to go to that this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, another festival because there's lots of festivals. This is festival season in Indiana.
Indiana's full of festivals. You just
Yeah.
gotta know.
There's all but there's just September, October, they're just huge. It's a big festival season in Indiana. So I was supposed to go to the New Earth Festival, and there was another one I wanted to check out. I think it was in Beech Grove, was an art festival. Um, but those plans got changed yesterday.
Do you want to talk about this? Like,
Well,
is
yeah,
this something
I
you want to
do.
bring up on the podcast?
Yes, yeah, I don't care. I mean, she can listen to it. I don't give a shit.
Okay. She doesn't listen, so it's not gonna matter.
So yeah, exactly. That's what I feel. And if she does, I don't care because we're not mentioning her name, and nor is there, anything. So I had a date last week. Chris had a date, right? That's a big deal.
What?
That's a huge deal. And we went to the movie. So last week, prior to Saturday, I get a text from somebody, right? And we kind of dated sort of off and on in the past, but there was like, we were never in a relationship ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we never dated very long anyway. It was just kind of an off and on thing. And she's like, "Do you want to go to the movie on Saturday?" And I said yes. So we went to the movies, and then we were talking, texting, mostly texting for the past week. And then we were supposed to go to the New Earth Festival next weekend. And like I said, I wanted to go to the Beech Grove Art Festival too. So I figured we could hit two with one stone and, go someplace nice to eat. Beech Grove has little restaurants. It's a neat little bitty town.
Beech Grove isn't a half bad town.
No, it's it's a little southeast of Indianapolis. Pretty little town.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to do that. And then I get this text yesterday. And she said that I was a selfish person and that I talked too much. And she didn't want to deal with it. I'm not a fit for her. And I couldn't
What does
figure
she
out
want? Someone just to sit there and not talk?
Well, that's the thing. That I talk so much it's suffocating, and I thought, what in the hell is she talking about? Because I haven't I talked to her on the phone maybe once in that week between the movie and this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't call her every day. I didn't text her first thing in the morning. I didn't text her every day. None of that. So obviously that's not it. So I didn't know what she meant by that. So this is where it gets weird. So she said I was selfish. And I'm like, I'm the least selfish person I know. All you do is talk about yourself. Well, no, because I am 60 pounds overweight. I need a haircut and I'm old. So the last person I'm going to drum up about being awesome is myself. You know what I mean? I'm my own worst enemy. So that wasn't it. So I guess because I was always trying to start conversations, I would say, um, I want to. I can't wait till the economy drops. I would like to buy a house with a basement, hoping it would stir some kind of conversation.
Yeah, that's a
Apparently, you have
conversation starter.
right. You know what? I want to go to Europe for 2 weeks. I think that would be really awesome. Again, nothing. Just stonewalled. Well, that sounds neat. You should do that. That was the answer, basically. So I would just bring up these things of stuff I would like to do, hoping it would start a conversation of, what would you like to do? Oh, that's cool. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do this, or I'd like to go here, or I'd like to go there. Meanwhile, Mr. Selfish here, she picked a movie out. I didn't. Um, I feel that I'm the least selfish person I know, and I didn't go into detail with what I do to not be selfish, but I don't consider myself a selfish person whatsoever. If people need help, I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go to a concert to some goofy ass rock band in Chicago. Right? That wasn't for me. But I mean, I'm not going to make examples, and I never did make an example. But normally I do. I said, you're probably right. I talk too much. I'm sorry. Blah 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 blah. And I said, but I did say, I said I would. I don't think I'm selfish. Then I said, not apologize. So I sent another
You
message. I
kind
said,
of
I'm
cut
not
out. What'd you
apologizing.
say?
I take it back. I said, I sent a second message, and I said, I'm not apologizing. I take that back. I said, because I'm not that person that you say I am. I said, I am who I am. And then she's like, I don't need your reasoning. I'm not going to read the text because it's just a long text of the reasons why you aren't, which makes you are, which that wasn't what the text was about. I didn't even mention that. I'm not stupid. When you start making excuses for the ways you're not selfish, then you are selfish. That's the way I feel. So I didn't send that message. So I said, I'm like, I don't apologize. I am who I am,
Yep.
And I just know that I'm not selfish. I said, it's not even constructive criticism. I said it's insulting and disrespectful. That's exactly what I said. And I said, you need to look at yourself before you go and make false accusations about other people. I was pissed, and I'm still pissed.
I don't blame you.
Then she comes back and says, I didn't even read it. Of course she didn't read it. She's like, then she said, I tested you. This is what it said in summation. You did it once and I didn't say anything, is what it was.
What does she mean she's testing?
I didn't. That's what I was like. Testing me for what?
You don't go into relationships to be tested all the time. You don't go into, I'm going to test your reliability. I'm going to test your, truthfulness, or I'm going to, this week I'm testing your commitments.
Yeah.
No. You go into the relationship to learn about each other, see if you'll work type of
But
deal.
there's no relationship. We went on one date. Like, it was like a week. It said, I could have ignored your text before, but that's not me. I don't hate you for it, but I don't want to be with someone like that. Plus, you have
She
done it
did
twice
ignore
now.
you.
Plus, you have done it twice now since we started talking. I didn't say anything because I wanted to see if you did it again. So that's testing. That means you tested me. That's exactly what it means. That's a test. I'm like, what did I do? Tell me, please. I want to know. And I never got a response.
Because she can't actually give you.
Plus, your heart is in a different place. I don't know what that means because I got a wall up, and I bet I made that well aware that I had a wall up. You know what I mean? It's her job to figure out how to tear it down. That's what I feel, and it's the same for everybody. It's the same for anybody I ever date.
Everybody has a wall.
That's right.
It took me 3 months to tear Kimberly's down, if not longer.
She's friends with my mom on social media, which I don't know why, because my mom does, just makes friends with random people.
I think your mom added me, but I don't think I added her back.
Oh, well, she's cool. So she says, your mom seems to care more about me than you do. What does that even mean? So are you like not going to talk to me anymore because now I talk too much and it's suffocating, but I don't care enough? Which one is it? Because I am so confused. I just said my mom cares for everyone more than I do. She's a better person than me. I'm like, I don't really know how to respond to anything because I don't know what was said. So that's so horrible. And I didn't get a response. So
you went on one date.
One date. And this is the response. I'm like, I am so confused. Like, what the heck is going on? I on it, did I talk about myself? I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe it's like, I want to do this. I want to do that. I was just trying to start a conversation with somebody.
As a friend, you do talk about yourself a lot, but it's also you're trying to start conversations. You're not.
Right. That's the way I feel. I don't feel that selfish. I feel that's just like a conversation piece.
And to somebody who maybe not as talkative as you or sociable, that might be a bit overwhelming. But at the same time, it's like you have to get used. Like that's how you start conversations. That's how you make friends. You talk to them.
Exactly. That's it.
You bring up something about you. I bring up something about me. We talk about it.
And that's what I think that I'm pretty confident that's what it was. Because nothing I do is spectacular. But and then of course she made the comment about the month of May at the end of the first.
Yeah, test. That's what got me. It's like
that pissed me off so much.
If you can't accept that someone that you're going to be in a relationship with is into something, then you shouldn't be with them.
Yeah, you can't if you're not.
And I know
you're not
me and you are not passions. Like, gurus when it comes to relationships or whatever. But at the same time, heck, a goldfish knows that.
Yeah, okay. So, the last line of which is probably why you can't keep a woman around, because around May, that is all you talk about, which is racing. Which, I've got to thinking about this, and I was talking to my ex-wife last night, Gina in Florida, right? And I'm like, do I really talk about racing that much, or have people got this preconceived notion that I talk about racing all the time?
I think people have a preconceived notion that you talk about racing all the time.
I think so too.
Do you talk about racing a lot? Yes. But you talk about racing as much as I talk about gaming or movies.
Right. But you know what? Racing season's over. So what am I going to talk about now for the next 6 months? Football season.
Exactly.
Right? Like, did anybody know, outside of probably my brothers and my nephew, did anybody know I was going to the racetrack this weekend to the IMSA race?
You might have mentioned it to me, but I really don't know.
Exactly. And so, but it wasn't on social media. Right?
Yeah.
There was nothing on it on social media.
You posted something on Snap, but I don't really count Snap.
Right. Yeah. And then, I went to the Brickyard 400 weekend, right? I went to that IndyCar race. Did anybody know I was going to that race?
Nope.
So, I think it's just, my reputation precedes me. You know what I mean?
And what's the problem with you being a massive race fan? What's the difference between that and someone who's a Colts fan or somebody who is into other things?
For 3 weeks out of the year, That's, I don't think that I could be an alcoholic. I could be a drug addict. I could be a gambler that spends all his money on basketball games or football games. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a lot worse things I can think of to be other than somebody that is
It's like
focused.
me. I'm a gamer. Like there's a lot worse things that could be. I spend all my money on gaming. It's not like I'm out there spending my money on drugs.
Right, exactly.
I
And
don't have the money to spend on drugs
and
because it all
here's the
goes
thing.
towards gaming.
And if you were single, you would spend more money and spend more time gaming. Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I
Okay.
I probably game about if I was to say I probably game, and I don't blame I blame myself for some of this. And Kimberly's like, you can game all you want. I was like, I know, but I'd rather spend time with you.
Exactly.
And I don't blame her for it. I blame myself.
Give me a reason to not want to buy a bronze badge and go to the track every day in May.
Yeah, give me a reason not to want to spend $70 on a brand new game.
Right. I would
And
rather take
speaking
that
of a
money
brand new game, I am dead. Sorry.
and no, and you're right though. But like, well, all you do is go to the racetrack. I live by myself. I'm single. Of course I'm going to go to the racetrack.
What are you going to spend your
That
money on?
exactly. That is exactly right. And I think anybody would do the same thing. Now, if I'm thinking about dating you, obviously your focus, any focus is going to shift, right? You've got to, and then because you got to think about your responsibilities. It's not just okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to cut back on going to the track in May. It's okay. Well, I need to. Do I want to? Like, it's a huge commitment because, like, if it works out, are you going to live together? Are you, she has a house. I don't. Do I want to put my stuff in storage and move in with her? You know what I mean? There's all kinds of
Yeah.
questions there. So that's the stuff that I have to put on the line if I want to date somebody, anybody in a serious relationship.
Hmm.
And I was willing to at least try that. So don't call me selfish when that's the stuff I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, give me a reason. So what? I talk about, I live by myself. I've been by myself for 4 years. I want to go to the racetrack. When I was married to Becca, I didn't go to the racetrack as much. You know,
Yeah.
one year I skipped time trials altogether because my kids in Florida were graduating high school. My stepkids in Florida were graduating high school. I drove to Florida to go to their graduations.
And
So,
it's not like you have misplaced things. I don't know where I was going with that. It's not like you know when to put stuff down and to do the, adult thing.
right, exactly. I'm like, this is why I don't date. This is the reason. Like, well, not
And,
everybody's like that. Well, no, there are a lot of people out there like that because I keep finding them.
and again, you and I we're definitely not the ones to talk about relationships.
Yeah,
Um, but you have to make sacrifices. If you want something to work with somebody, you got to make sacrifices. Whether it's, I know you would have made you wouldn't have gone to every race, like you used to. Of course, the 500 is kind of like, Comic-Con for me, where I'm going to go to Comic-Con. I
right,
have to go to unless there's
exactly.
something unless there's something other that day that, is more important, which, I don't know. You never know. There might be something that day one
Right.
day. I
And
might
I mean,
have, it might be my kid's birthday one day or something.
but it's a compromise because our age, my age, you'll meet people with kids, right?
Yeah.
So you have to include their kids into activities. You have to think of, okay, what do they want to do that they enjoy? How, depending on the age of the kids, right? If they're teenagers, you might want to take them to Kings Island or,
Yeah.
a day trip to the zoo or maybe they want to go to Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
So you focus on them 24/7, 365, right?
Hmm.
The okay, so come to the track with me. Is that so difficult? If not, go get your nails done. Just say, this is Chris's time. He's passionate about it. Let him go to the track and enjoy himself. I see him. He'll be home tonight. We'll go out to dinner. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's
I
how
mean,
Kimberly is. She's like, go go hang out with your friends. Go, go play a game. I'll go hang out with my mom or something.
Right.
She'll,
That's
and then like when she wants to do something with her mom, I'm like, okay, I'll go find something to do.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, please, that's what I'm saying. Have hobbies. But
You
don't
can't.
give me crap that I'm selfish and all I think about is myself, and then say I'm suffocating, and then say I don't care enough, because then you're making up shit that
I
shouldn't
feel
stuff.
like you were trying to make stuff work with her, but she wasn't trying to do anything for you.
Right.
It
I
was
was trying to make conversation and she wasn't biting. So
it
she
was a
made up.
very one way at that point.
Right. So she made up. I sent a text. I think you just woke up one day and decided. I think you just woke up this morning and decided not to like me. That's exactly what
Well,
I
I
said.
think one day she woke up and decided she didn't want to be lonely. Then a week later, she woke up and decided she didn't like you anymore.
Right. And so she pursued me. Let's put that out first. I wasn't bothering her. I don't bother anybody. You know me. I kind of sit at home here in my upstairs apartment and don't socialize. Don't go out.
You work and then you go, then you clock out, and then you might go grocery shopping.
Right. And then every once in a while, me and Josie go get ice cream or go to a concert or the record store. Which that'll be few and far between because she got a job. So
What?
yeah, she got a job. She
Miss
starts.
Responsible?
Yeah, she starts tomorrow. I'm really proud of her.
What is she doing?
She works. She got a retail job.
Let me guess. Hot topic. Well, we don't have a hot topic. Never mind. Actually, we do have a hot topic.
We
Hot
do have a hot
topic.
topic, but no, not hot topic. But it is a
Oh.
clothing store here in the Kokomo area.
Well, let's not put it out there because.
Well, I wasn't going to. That's what I didn't want to do. But it's a clothing store here in the Kokomo area. She goes in for training 2 hours tomorrow and 6 hours on Wednesday for training. So
Good for her.
yeah, I'm pretty happy. So it's close to here. It's not Kohl's, but it's close to here. But so those will be few. Well, Double Dip closes this week anyway, so it's end of ice cream season here in Indiana. But we do have a Headless Horseman tickets, and we're doing that on October 14th. So that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Spend the day. We'll probably go record shopping that day too. So I'll have more money by not going this weekend where I'm not wanted with someone. I will save money and just go record shopping and
Hey, best way to do it. You're not wanted. All right, it's my money now.
Yeah, I'll end up, me and Josie will go to Ford's Garage. What's going to end up happening? So, before we go to the Headless Horseman Festival, so this is why I don't date. I don't want to date. This is the problem with people. They're just weird, and I don't understand. You're mighty brave behind a keyboard. You can't even call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you, 8th grade? You got to text somebody. Call me. That's
You
what I
guys might have
feel.
been able to talk about it then.
Exactly, because they don't want to talk about it because they made up their mind. So they take the easy way out and text. So, but it's just kind of it's a juvenile move. If you don't like me, that's fine. I don't care. But don't leave me alone. you know,
Yeah.
that's the way I feel. Leave me alone. But if I leave it, so we went to the movie, right? And so I got a Godfather shirt, right? So it's got Don Corleone on it.
Mm-hmm.
This should have been the so who's on your shirt? I'm like, really?
Oh no.
She says, yeah. I said, it's Don Corleone from The Godfather. It's just the greatest movie ever made. That's your opinion. I'm like, no, that's like the opinion of like the whole movie industry.
I mean, that is your opinion.
It's still an opinion, though.
Well, it's not my opinion. I didn't write the story of, it is a toss up between Citizen Kane and The Godfather as the greatest movie ever made. It's always 1-2. They're always 1-2. Always.
And you're wrong. It's Citizen Kane, even though I've never seen either of them.
I've tried to watch Citizen Kane. It's not even good, and I like old movies.
You're not even good.
But it's up there. It's like the top 3 or 4 is like Citizen Kane, The Godfather, The Wizard of Oz, and Gone with the Wind. That's Hollywood's. That's everybody's top 4. Easy.
I feel like it's half a popularity contest there.
I didn't make the list. I'm just same
No,
list.
saying like there's no way that the original fucking Wizard of Oz is one of the greatest movies of all time.
I watched the original Wizard of Oz again lately, and
What, the one with Judy Garland?
It's
it
definitely
still
good.
lives up.
No, it's definitely good, but to say that it is one of the top 5 greatest movies to ever come out in the filming industry is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, not really, because it was innovative. Because
It was one of the first colored
it was the first
movies.
color movies ever made. It was a
Innovative.
blockbuster. It was in its time. It was. I mean, have you seen Gone with the Wind?
So you're
Holy
telling
crap,
me-
that is a marathon.
You're telling
Gone
me
with the Wind is classic.
you're
It is
telling me
classic.
that Dorothy, that the Wizard of Oz, made a comparable, obviously not the same because of the time difference, but did a comparable like amount of money or people as like when Avengers, the biggest movie to ever
It's
box office.
yeah,
It's not
yeah. It is.
hard
It's
to-
because that's not what it's based on. It's like
it's hard to judge
it's
though.
it's like they say it's like they say Nevermind by Nirvana is one of the greatest albums all time. I'll disagree because why they say that is because it was groundbreaking. It was innovative. It was something different. It changed the whole direction of music. And Gone and The Wizard of Oz did the same thing. It really did. And that's why it's so high.
That doesn't make it good. It just makes it different.
It's
The nail
still,
that sticks out, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down.
but I'm just saying. Like I said, I didn't make that list. I will always say The Godfather is the greatest movie of all time. Put Citizen Kane behind it if you want to. I don't think it's the greatest, but I will say The Godfather is the greatest. But I'm basing that off of any movie list that I've seen of the greatest movies of all time made. So that's not really my
I'll be
opinion.
honest, I really don't have an opinion on
That's-
it's hard for me to
that's-
say what the greatest movie of all time is in like my opinion, because honestly I haven't seen a lot of these movies that people say are the greatest. And
I haven't either. But
I don't want to say I'm childish, but at the same time it's like I don't these movies that are like classics, I'm like, I'd rather watch something blow up.
yeah, but you know that industry has spoken. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it. I'm not saying it because I'm a fan of The Godfather. I do love The Godfather, but the industry has said this is one of the top 2 to 3 movies of all time, and that's not a lie.
Well, the industry also likes having sex with little kids and
That's
taking advantage of people.
that is not my opinion. That is the opinion of everybody in the movie industry.
Number 1 on this list is Space Odyssey.
2001.
Yeah, 2001 Space Odyssey.
I could see that in the top 10 list, but a top like 3.
I can't see that in top 5. Maybe top 10. Don't get me wrong. There are other movies that I think are more enjoyable to watch than The Godfather, but still, it's The Godfather. Like,
yeah, but if a movie is more enjoyable to watch, then that means it's better than the other movie.
Goodfellas is a better mob movie than The Godfather.
So that means it's better than Godfather.
No, that's not what it means.
If you enjoy one movie more than you do another, that makes the movie better than.
I enjoy watching The Room with Tommy Wiseau. That does not mean it is the greatest movie of all time.
It is the greatest movie of all time. You know, I lied. That is the greatest movie of all time.
I'm not gonna put I love Star Wars, right? I'm not gonna put it. I probably won't even put it in the top 25 greatest movies of all time. And I'll say the same thing about Raiders of the Lost Ark.
IMDb says Shawshank, Godfather, and then The Dark Knight.
So now they have Shawshank as the greatest. Everybody's been talking about Shawshank for like the past 2 years.
Shawshank's at 9.3 with 2.8 million reviews. The Godfather's at 9.2 with 2 million reviews. The Dark Knight's at 9 with 2.8. Godfather Part 2 is at 4. And then 12 Angry Men 5.
12 Angry
Men is awesome. I
here's
would
the
put
thing.
that up there.
So I have 2 questions for you regarding this. One, some people say Godfather 2 is better than The Godfather, which in some aspects it is. 2, do you think as time goes on, because people have a short attention span for drama and good quality work, and they need eye candy to sit and watch a 2-hour and 45-minute movie that The Godfather will drop from the top 5.
I mean, as time goes on, it only makes sense for at least one or two other movies to be up to that standard. So
I
I
mean,
could see it moving down a
people
little.
already put like the Avengers movies up there,
Like,
so
I
I
could
would
see it
not be
moving down
surprised.
a little, but I don't see it like dropping out of like the top 10 anytime soon.
Right. I'm just curious. I mean, I will forever say The Godfather is one of the top 3 movies of all time in the
Like,
history of movies.
It won't be in our lifetime.
All 3 Lord of the Rings are from 13 up.
I can
Yeah,
agree
no.
with that. Lord of the Rings movies are easily top 10, top 15.
Empire, Inception. Like, I didn't think Inception was
I don't
that.
See, I think Inception's overrated.
Inception is overrated. Like,
But
don't get me wrong, it's a good
about
movie.
I could say the same thing about Godfather.
It's all what you come down for. Like, Godfather? Yes, story wise, probably a top story of all time.
See, this one is got Schindler's List as number 1.
I
It
can
has
agree with that too.
Forrest Gump is number 2.
Forrest Gump, I feel
Casablanca
overrated.
as 3.
Okay,
Shawshank is 4, and The Godfather is 5. They've got Citizen Kane at 7.
there's nothing
And
wrong with that
Goodfellas
list
at
except
8.
for Forrest Gump.
They've got Pulp Fiction at 9. I don't, but they got Inception up there. Titanic has the worst writing. I jump, you jump. Remember? I mean, come on.
Come back.
I'm the king of the world. Like, shut up. They've got Avatar ahead of The Godfather Part 2. How is that even possible?
They're high.
So I'm saying, like, there's so many movies that
There's
are
so many
like,
different lists, right?
like this is IMDb top 250 movies that I'm
Right.
looking at. So I mean, it can't be wholly inaccurate, but it's probably not the most. It's probably not exactly the same as other lists.
Let's see what the BBC's got, because they ain't even American.
It's gonna be like Doctor Who. Like, that's not even a movie. But it's one of the Doctor Who movies.
Okay, so first they have Citizen Kane. Second, they have The Godfather. Vertigo's 3, which Vertigo is good. Space Odyssey's 4. Searchers is 5. John Wayne, that is a great movie. That is a really good movie. Sunrise is from 1927. Singing in the Rain is 7. Psycho's 8. Casablanca's 9. Godfather Part 2 is 10. I can't believe it's that far down. Chinatown's 12. North by Northeast. Nashville. Cabe and Mrs. Miller is 16. Really? The goofy ass top 25. Taxi Driver's 19. They've got to have a Goodfellas. Goodfellas is 20 in this list. They got Taxi Driver is 19. Taxi Driver is not that great of a movie. Goodfellas is
No,
pretty
it's not. It's just
The
because
only-
it's probably the first big movie with Queen Latifah in it, and they had to make a big deal of it.
Now,
Well,
Taxi Driver with
I was gonna say because
Robert
I'm
De Niro.
walking here.
No, that's Midnight Cowboy.
I thought that was
You looking at me? I don't see anybody else here.
Are you
That's
looking at?
that's Taxi Driver.
oh sorry.
Taxi
I
Drivers.
got overrated things mixed up.
Like,
Yeah, dude, freaking Midnight Cowboy won an Oscar. That movie's not even that good.
Interstellar is really on this
Okay.
list.
Interstellar is great. I could put Interstellar in the
There's
top
some
10.
questionable movies on these lists. But I will say that Godfather
Interstellar
is
was good, but not 8.7 good.
This one's
put
this one's got
over The Green Mile or
This
Star Wars 4.
this has got Godfather 2 at number 28.
This is Spirited Away and 32.
Is that a
It's
cartoon?
awesome.
Spirited Away is fantastic, but I still wouldn't put it in the top fucking 30 movies of all time.
It was the first anime to win an Oscar.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Treasure Sierra Madre on this list
I
is
would
25
forgot that.
ahead of Godfather Part 2.
The original Lion King.
Okay.
Doctor Strange Love. Who makes these lists?
This
People
is
that get paid to watch movies for some
well, this
reason.
list is as rated by regular IMDb voters. So like this is
Oh,
just going by how many
like
stars.
Screen Rant has number 5, the Seven Samurai.
Screen Rant's all over the place with everything.
Rear Windows at 4. Casablanca's at 3. 12 Angry Man's at 2.
Oppenheimer just came out and they're already putting it at 43.
Godfather's at 1. So this Screen Rant's got Godfather as 1. So, but I mean, basically, if you look at some of these, the top 10 are basically the same, just in different order.
Yeah, just all over the place.
Right. So if I can say, well, according to the industry, The Godfather is the greatest picture ever made. I'm not. That's not my opinion. That's that's Screen Rant's opinion.
Indiana Jones is way better than Apocalypse Now from '79.
Oh God, Apocalypse Now is awful.
I tried to watch Apocalypse Now once, and it was a snore fest.
And don't tell me of all the Indiana Jones for it to be better than Raiders of the Lost Ark. Get the fuck out of here.
That's one of the greatest action movies of all time. And why isn't Die Hard up higher? I mean, that set that really Die Hard set the bar for action movies.
Like
it
Toy
really
Story
did.
is better than Coco.
That's true.
Ah, Das Boot. I love Das Boot.
Das Boot, is it good? I've never
70
seen Das Boot. I'm all for old movies. I love Casablanca,
Ah,
but
Das Boot.
I enjoyed the Maltese Falcon more than I did Casablanca.
Das Boot just has like a lot of like German, like folk, kind of like folklore references.
Do they speak in German?
I honestly cannot even remember.
Is it subtitled? I went to see what is it? Equalizer 3, which is good. It's like the first two, It's a little bloodier, but God, there was so many freaking subtitles. It was ridiculous. Because he stays in this little town in Italy and everything's in Italian. Like, can't we all just speak English and pretend that they're Italian like we do in every other movie?
I mean, I can accept that.
I mean, can we do like what was the movie with Tom Cruise where he was the German guy? Stauffenberg.
I will do the German.
The guy that was gonna blow up Hitler. You know what I'm talking about?
Hawkeye.
Not Hawkeye. That's freaking Jeremy Renner.
No, I thought it was called Hawkeye.
No. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
But I like the way that, like, at the beginning he starts talking in German and then it like goes to English.
Yeah.
Like they did that. I thought that was a great idea. That was a good move because then,
From then
can
on,
understand.
we just accepted it was German.
Right. That's why it was a great transition. It really was. Valkyrie.
See, I knew it was some sort of bird.
Yeah, Valkyrie is a good movie. That's a really good movie. But like he starts talking in German at the beginning and like he's writing something down and it's in German and then it transitions into English. Great idea. Then I'm not freaking reading subtitles through the whole damn movie. But I think you could put Schindler's List in top 5. You never wanted my friendship. That's right. We don't want your friendship, 10. Piece of shit.
What?
He put it in the chat.
Oh.
Do you think got Schindler? Yeah, IMDb's got Schindler's List at 6. This is a good top 10. I mean, I don't know if Shawshank's that good to be at number 1.
I mean, I can accept it.
Dark Knight. I wouldn't put Dark Knight that high. I mean, it's above The Godfather Part 2, 12 Angry Men, and Schindler's List. I would probably move it down.
12 Angry Men is a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
Right. Well, I was just saying, like I said, I'm not disputing. Well, I am. I'm disputing Dark Knight being at number 3.
I can accept Dark Knight.
Not at 3. I would pick Schindler's List over Dark Knight any day of the week as a better film.
Okay.
I think that's a great argument. Just because of what it represented and how moving and emotional. It's not, comic book characters.
But it's
So.
Batman.
And then they've got Forrest Gump at 11. Fight Club at 12. How's Inception better than Empire Strikes Back? I don't get that. And why is Goodfellas so low? It's at 17. Forrest Gump, the stupid ass Lord of the Ring movies, and Pulp Fiction are all ahead of Goodfellas. I don't understand that.
Write him an angry letter, Chris.
But anyway, and then so how we got on the Goodfellas thing? Then I put this opinion that Pringles were the greatest potato chips ever created.
Did she take offense to that?
Oh my God! It was like that's your opinion. I'm like, it's nobody. And I said this. I'm like, nobody takes me seriously because 90% of the crap I say is baloney, and I know it's baloney. I'm gonna say that The Godfather is the greatest movie ever made. I have lists that can back that up, but I know you're gonna give me shit about it, which I expect. I want to debate. If I say this has been, instead of saying that's your opinion, I challenge you. What's the best potato chip in your opinion? To me, I think Pringles are the best because they taste good. They pack easy. They got the little can with the lid, so you're not crunching them all up in a bag. You know what I mean? That's just a great packaging idea.
I agree. It is, or the stacks, the Lay's stacks.
Right.
I like those too.
But you know what? I mean, come at me. Maybe you like Munchos more than me. Munchos are good. Maybe you like Mike Sells. Maybe you like Doritos. I mean, it's like the potato chips. Like, why are you taking me serious about potato chips?
Why are you making it an argument about potato chips?
Right. Like, I don't. Maybe she doesn't know how to debate or have a conversation that's not a straight up.
Holy crap! We've been on this for 42 minutes.
Holy shit! I don't know. I just don't get people, Chris. It's bullshit.
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
be single. I can't even get a plus run for Mikey's funeral next year or wedding. Sorry, same thing.
I got a +1.
I think a +1.
I'm taking Tim.
Oh, awesome.
Tim, are we gonna slow dance? Oh,
if he's there, he's not there.
Yeah.
But I hear him.
No, but I wanted to talk not to change subjects, but to change subjects. Shifting gears. I wanted to talk about Starfield again. Because
again, are you gonna bitch about it some more?
Yeah, I'm gonna bitch about it some more. Because there is no reason why a developer as big and as prominent as fucking Bethesda should get away with their bullshit.
What is wrong with the game?
You want a list of all my cons of the game? Do you mean?
I just want like is it playability? Is it the buttons are shitty?
For me right now, the game is almost unplayable because it is constantly. I don't know what it is. I've updated everything. I've lowered my graphics settings. I've done everything. There's no reason in the world my rig should be getting the issues it's having, unless the game is poorly optimized for PC, which is probably the case. It is poorly optimized. It's not made well for PC.
Now, can you get this? You can get this on like Xbox,
on Xbox, only
right?
Xbox.
Only Xbox.
Bethesda was bought by Microsoft, so it's only on PC and Xbox now.
I gotcha.
But so the game, I can barely play the game still. Like they even updated it where they like, oh, you should be good now. No, I still get random frame drops where I can't play the game. The voices are not synced. It's just
really
it's annoying. Like I can maybe play about an hour before finally the frame drops and everything get to me and I just can't deal with it anymore. And so like I really do enjoy the game and I want to play it and I want to have fun. But it's just so unoptimized that it's just hard to play. And I hate that because it's such a I know I probably sound like a broken record, but it's just they should not get away with how bad this game is.
Did they rush it out? And
no, it was actually delayed like a couple times. The game's been in development for years, apparently.
But so is the developers sucked?
Yes, because it's Bethesda, and they get away because it's the Bethesda quirkiness. You know, they're allowed to have iffy development. They're allowed to have glitches. Like it's just what they do apparently, and a game that has a $1 billion company gets away with bullshit.
Right. Because of who
So
they are.
because of who they are, and I'm tired of them getting away with shit they shouldn't get away with.
I agree. I think
And-
that's been an issue with gaming companies for years, though.
Yeah, it has been. Like I'm not lying. Like it's companies get away with stuff all the time, and they're one of them apparently.
Well, that sucks. There's nothing worse than looking forward to a game and then having it be shitty. So I've been there, done that.
I want the game to be good, and I keep playing it like it's gonna be good, but here we are.
Do you think eventually they'll update it and upgrade it enough where it's playable?
They'll update it and make it playable. It's going to take some time to get there, and the problem is, one of the things I was going to bring up was the head developer even came out and said, "Well, you're just going to have to update your rig," and I'm like, "No, I shouldn't have to update my rig when it's already one of the best rigs you can get." Like, no, your game is just badly optimized, and
it should be able to be. Yeah, it should be. Your current rig should accommodate it.
yes, and I'm not against having to downgrade. You know, if it's if it's just badly optimized, I'm okay. You know, it's whatever. But at the same time, saying that I had to upgrade just grinds my gears.
What do you have to upgrade?
Todd Howard came out and said in an interview that maybe you just need to upgrade your computer. When it's like, what do I have to upgrade? Like I have the second best graphics cards generation out right now.
Imagine playing the game on an Xbox so smoothly that you don't have to worry about any of that bullshit. And before you say anything, yes, the Xbox is capped at 30 FPS, but I'd rather be capped at 30 FPS than not be able to play.
Burn.
I mean, it's true. I'd rather be capped at 30 FPS and able to play.
So go buy an Xbox.
I ain't got that type of money.
You spent $19,000 on your damn computer rig that won't play the game.
I was gonna say. All the things
that's the quick solution, right? Go spend money, Chris.
An Xbox Series S is like $250. By the way,
there you go, $250.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend the money on it because I don't play that much anymore, anyways.
Now you're just making excuses. You sound like dating girl. Now you're just making excuses, Chris. Like here, think about it this way. You've been saying that exact same thing. I don't really play games that much. I don't need to spend it for like 5 years. So you bought the fucking console 5 fucking years ago when I told you to play with us. You wouldn't have this goddamn problem.
This is true, Chris. I mean, you did get that fat check from the grassy knoll incident at the city.
Hey, that went towards.
I'm just saying, $250 is nothing.
Like, as somebody who spends pretty much all of their money on their vehicle and food and drugs, I still find money to. You know that you can get a Best Buy credit card, right? It's how I bought my Xbox. I just threw it on a credit card and paid it off in like 6 months.
This is true, Chris. You could probably get.
I'm paying off my cruise right now on my credit card.
Fix. There's no interest on Best Buy credit cards for 12 months.
12 months, Chris. That is, and even it's like, say you upgrade and it's like a $300 Xbox.
I want a new TV. For my TV's like starting to like just randomly like shut off and shit like that, and it hasn't had a stable Wi-Fi connection in forever. I'm gonna go
Mhm.
buy a new TV from Best Buy. You think I'm gonna spend $700 on a TV? No, I'm just gonna throw it on my Best Buy card with
Okay,
4
Chris.
credit limit and just pay it off in 6 months.
If you buy a Xbox with 12 months, same as cash, and even you spent $300 on an Xbox, that's $26.75 a month. Minimum. Minimum.
Not saying that you can't like just slap 50 on it and take care of 2 months right away.
321 divided by 12. Yeah, $26.75 a month. If you, in 6 months, $26.75 times 2, that's $53.50 you can have it paid off in 6 months. I see your Snapchat. Don't go out to dinner one time a week. And you got that shit paid for.
And I'm paying off my
They're
my
only-
honeymoon.
Quit going to the damn Mexican restaurant. I know that costs more than $26. You get that place at least once a week.
$36 to be
See?
exact.
Okay, and how many times you go? You go once a week, don't you? Don't lie.
Not once a week, maybe.
Once every other week.
Shut up.
when you buy a new Xbox, you get a 12-month subscription to Game Pass, which is 1,000 games for free. One of which is Starfield,
Oh! It's
and you
fun
can
to
play
be
it
on the
whenever
a-hole
you
side of an argument. You know how
So it's so
how
much.
much I enjoy that.
It's so much easier arguing with this Chris than the other Chris. I'm
It
winning.
is.
these battles.
Maybe I just don't want to buy an Xbox too. Thought of that.
No, because you've got so much invested in your gaming gear
That doesn't
rig
work.
that doesn't work, that you'll feel like you're cheating on it.
Yeah. I don't want to cheat on. I don't
Yeah.
want to cheat on Bernice.
Everybody, this is my gaming room. That's my gaming PC. But you turn it on and show us how it works. No. Don't worry. It just looks. This is just the gaming room.
No, Tim. Now you know he can play Oregon Trail on it.
Oregon Trail. I don't know. You might need to upgrade that PC. Starfield Dev says, I don't know what's going on.
Holy crap! That's so cool. Sorry, Chris. You're the
It's
guy now.
okay.
He
It's not
says
that
he's against
it's
you.
not that it's wrong, but I already have one credit card. I don't want another one.
I understand it. So when you pay that shit off, then go buy an Xbox.
Exactly.
I would go buy it right now. That's just me because I'm stupid and I'm horrible with money. So, but while I'm horrible with money, I can enjoy, playing a video game.
I'm playing a video game right now. I'm playing World of Warships.
I'll play World of Warships too. Oh, too bad you can't play with me because you don't have an Xbox.
Too bad
Yeah,
you can't play with me. You don't have a gaming PC that
I
we've all.
do actually. You want me to log into it real quick? Because I do have a game.
Y'all can play with each other later. I don't know. I don't know what y'all
I
do.
I went out of my way and bought a laptop for what was it again? Oh yeah, $400, which is a little bit more than an Xbox would be, just so I have the way to play fucking Rocket League and Siege with you guys. By the way,
Is Rocket
When
League
did
that
you buy
stupid
that?
ass
I don't.
game they show on TV?
No.
I have a gaming laptop. Then I have Rocket League, I have Siege, I have all of the games that we would play downloaded on my thing. I made a Steam account, I did all that shit.
I don't think any of us play Siege anymore.
I've seen like Brad pop on once or twice before.
I know Zach plays it, but Zach is too cool for us anymore.
Is Rocket League the stupid thing with the car and the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I got you there. That's exciting stuff. Oh, it wasn't Tim's birthday yesterday?
Was it yesterday? It was like this week. It was a couple days
Tim,
ago.
wasn't your birthday yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Want us to sing to you? Happy birthday to you. Are we allowed to sing that, or do we have to change the words like freaking
No,
chilies?
happy birthday is in
Is it public domain now?
yeah, it's public domain now.
Happy birthday, you asshole.
That's why all like nice at the file have happy birthday songs.
Right. Yeah, that is. That's why they have stupid songs. Happy birthday, you know. Ole, 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 or whatever, you know. I don't know. I don't know. It's the way it is.
I'm gonna send Kimberly a message. Be like, dear Kimberly, it has been a fortnight since we once talked, but I would if you could find it in your heart to allow Chris to buy an Xbox, help him save $1 per year, so that way maybe by the time he's 400, he'll be able to buy an Xbox.
And she'll tell you that we're trying to save up for a house too. So
Yep, you're gonna save it for every and enjoy it for yourself because you ain't never gonna be able to afford a house. And I mean that's just the country in general. Nobody can afford to buy.
I mean, if you're trying to afford a house, maybe you shouldn't go out to eat every single. I'm just.
We're trying to save for a house. And margaritas are good tonight, along with these chips.
Only $40,000 more to go. Hey, anybody want to go out for drinks?
This $12 margarita is really, really good. But we're saving money. I do the same thing. I'm perfectly guilty. I keep saying I'm going to get out of debt and pay off my bills. Meanwhile, I buy the 9,000th shirt that I don't need yesterday. You know what I mean?
Well, but then you're dumb on the other scale because then you go spend money on like goddamn a
concert
Formula
tickets.
poster or something. It's signed by the car itself.
That's right. Yeah, I am. You know who I am, and I think Chris is the same way. And if he denies it, he's a freaking liar. We are like freaking Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber when he says, "Don't buy anything stupid, just buy the essentials." And he comes back with the big foam cowboy hat and paddleball game with the ball.
That's no. I go. I'm going to the grocery store just for the essential. Come back with $200 later.
I spent $12 a couple weeks ago on freaking Monster cereal because I had to have all. Because they're $4 a box. Why is Monster cereal $4 a box?
What's Monster cereal?
You know, Frankenberry, Count Chocula.
Oh, okay.
Who has what? What? Who calls it Monster cereal?
It's called the Monster cereal.
What a sociopath.
That's what it's called.
That is what it's called.
I'm just look Monster. I'm gonna Google this Monster cereal.
Count Chocula's not.
Holy shit! Monster comes up.
He's just a man.
Monster Mash.
You know who else was just a man?
Frankenberry.
That's not
Count
fair.
Chocula.
I could type ring cereal and Cheerios are gonna pop up and yeah.
Tim,
it says
Tim. You know who else was just a man?
Wikipedia has Monster cereals as Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Yummy Mummy.
Fan made, first of all. You can't cite Wikipedia in a fucking essay.
There's holy shit, dude. There's a whole fucking website called Monster Cereal.
Unless it's by Kellogg's. I don't want to hear it.
It is. Yeah, Carmella Creeper, Frankenberry, Boo Berry, Count Chocula. You can even listen to the Monster Mash remix on freaking Spotify. MonsterCereal.com.
No free ads.
MonstersCereal.com.
No free ads.
I'm just saying, there's a whole website dedicated to Monster Cereal, Chris.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I know it's a real thing.
Freaking
Tim over here probably just likes Cookie
You should
Crunch.
know because you should be eating that shit because you're freaking high all the time. So
I'm not
part of your munchies.
If I eat cereal, it's gonna be dry, or I'm gonna be in the bathroom for the next day.
Are you lactose intolerant?
Just to milk, kind of.
Oh my god, you're
poor
like
soul.
freaking Leonard on The Big Bang Theory.
I mean, like, I still eat cereal all the time. I don't like give a shit, but I kind of got to make sure that I don't work the next day, or I'm gonna be toast.
Can you eat ice cream?
Yeah, I can fuck up some ice cream. I could
Okay.
eat a whole brick of cheese. Like, it's
Now,
just
it's
milk.
just milk. Really? Ain't that
Probably-
weird?
It's probably like like something in the milk specifically.
Like it's the way it's like processed or whatever.
Like, because I've drunk like the lactate milk or whatever, and it doesn't give me like a stomach ache or anything like that.
So
So
you can have almond milk.
yes,
There you go.
but I try to keep nuts out of my mouth.
That's not what I heard.
No, because you like them slapping them.
You found me out.
Slapping the booty cheeks.
Balls on chin. That's his favorite game.
That's okay. He's a Balchinian.
Great movie. Oh my gosh. I wish they would have made the 21 Jump Street and MIB crossover like they were working on. But freaking not Channing Tatum, the other guy.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill did not want Channing Tatum wanted to do it really bad, but Jonah Hill thought it was a dumb idea and didn't want to work on it.
Really?
Hill's whole career is a dumb idea, so that's okay.
Jonah Hill goes through phases of me loving him, then me hating him.
Yeah, I know. I
He
have
literally,
that feeling.
he
too.
literally got usurped in 1 year as the like everybody's lovable fat kid by that little kid from Stranger Things.
Because
It
he
took
didn't
one-
want to be the funny fat guy anymore.
It took
And that's
one.
fine.
I'm all for him wanting to lose weight, but at the same time,
Kind of
he
like,
shouldn't put the weight back on because
He shouldn't have to put the weight back on to be funny. He can,
Yeah.
you can still be that guy and be funny. He was freaking hilarious in those Jump Street movies.
those Jump Street movies were amazing. I wish they
my
would
God,
have
they were
kept doing them.
So do I. They were so freaking good,
Maybe somehow brought Johnny Depp back into them,
right? Oh man,
even though I know
speaking
he
of
was
which,
dead.
freaking Comedy Central showed the Red Robin Wedding episode, all 3 in a row, the other night.
Classic.
Are you up to
That-
date with the Futurama, Chris?
I thought this episode was the worst one.
Which one?
The latest one, the one that came out today.
The anthology one, where it's like
Is that-
3 separate stories.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it was probably going to work, just because it didn't take place in the actual thing. But all of the anthology ones are pretty good in the actual.
Oh yeah,
series.
they're all really good. I just thought this was one of their weakest episodes.
And then Lower Decks.
Lower Decks was probably the best episode ever. The Moopsy episode.
Really? I mean, it was good.
I
but
thought
it was like the
that
best
Moopsy
episode
thing was so hilarious. I almost peed my pants. I was
ever.
laughing so
The
hard.
thing was great, but I could have dealt without like Boimler
Without what?
making a fool of himself.
He's always making a fool of himself. That's the thing.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm thinking of 3. The Moopsy one is 2.
Oh, I guess I haven't seen 3 yet because I didn't know there was a third.
Yes, because the first 2 episodes dropped on the same day, and then the last week was the new one.
Chris, why haven't you been keeping up? You were all about the movie there or the Lower Decks. The first season.
I just started watching other stuff and I just lost.
Um,
I need to get back into it. I probably will eventually.
what was
I enjoy them.
second in that episode?
What'd you say?
What was Boimler doing in that episode?
I'm
The second episode.
I'm very much
don't remember.
into. I think my issue is I'm watching shows that I've already seen, so I can do other stuff and not have to pay attention to the TV.
Makes sense.
I think that's.
It's like what I watch while I'm playing like Xbox. I'll put like South Park or something on.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
Okay.
I actually got a message from Twitch the other day for streaming with copyrighted things in it, and I'm like, I don't recognize any of these. There was a few songs that were in there that are part of the Madden soundtrack, which is absolutely ridiculous that I have to mute my game audio to stream Madden because I get nailed with a copyright infringement because of their music that they put in Madden.
Yeah, it's
Really?
pretty ridiculous.
So like Madden has its like soundtrack of all like the trash 2023 music and shit like that from people I've never heard of. And then if I stream, it tells me that is copyrighted music, and I cannot play copyrighted music on. It's only because I have my VODs active. If I shut my VODs off, I can do so. You just can't. You can't like stream music and then
Playback.
save the video to watch back later is the problem.
Yeah, because then you're probably going to upload that onto YouTube or something.
Yeah. So, but it's
Who
absolutely
cares
ridiculous
though? Like
that
seriously.
you get DMCA warning because of Madden. But I got one the other day, even though I had Madden muted, because I leaned too close to my phone. And in South Park, a song, like one of them was like singing a song. I forget who it was and what song it was. It was like a Mr. Garrison song or something. And they heard the song, and because it's a real song, even though it's sung by Mr. fucking Garrison, they recognized the song as a real song and shut my stream down and hit me with a DMCA.
Holy cow, that's unreal.
Yeah, that's something we actually got to watch out for on here if we ever play stuff.
They were like, not
Not on
this
my
isn't-
watch.
this isn't a ban notice. You are not gonna get banned. This isn't like you don't have strikes on your account. This is just telling you to be careful of you. And I was like, where is this song from? I don't even know what this song is. And I Google it. And I still don't know the name of the song. I play the song and I'm like, motherfucking bitch, this was on the South Park episode, and I must have leaned too close to my damn
That's
my
pretty.
phone.
That's funny. All right, shifting gears once again, Chris. How do you lose a $80 million airplane? You know about aviation a little bit.
SBD Cooper.
The guy
No, they lost
ejected because
DB
there was
Cooper.
issues.
They didn't lose the airplane. This lost.
He had to eject because there was mechanical issues or something and put it on.
They lost a freaking F-35. They still haven't found it.
Is it in the ocean? Maybe.
They don't know where. They think it is north of an airbase somewhere.
Ocean's pretty deep. It could probably just be in the ocean.
It's focusing our attention north of JB Charleston, around Lake Moultrie or Lake Marion. Where's that at?
Person
Is that
too?
over South Carolina?
Is the pilot gone as well?
No,
They
ejected.
recovered the pilot. He ejected.
There was like mechanical issues and he had to eject.
The pilot ejaculated.
Nobody saw the plane crash?
That's what they're asking for, like people to tell them where it crashed because they can't find it.
How does this thing not have?
This is our military. Where'd the plane go? I don't know.
This doesn't have a GPS black box?
Well, that was what I thought.
Well, it probably got damaged when it crashed or something.
The whole point of a black box is to survive a fucking nuclear explosion.
Freaking cockroach can survive a nuclear explosion, but we can't find a plane with a black box on it.
Then they retrieved the black box of said plane that smacked into the ocean at terminal velocity and still managed the black box to work. So I feel like the black box would be fine.
I mean, I'm thinking they could probably buy one of those safes like at like Walmart or like Rural King or Target and put an iPhone in it and then just use the
Find my iPhone.
Find my iPhone, yeah.
Find my plane.
But seriously, like, how do you lose? Like, that's like an $80 million plane.
Because it's a stealth plane, and they probably couldn't track it on radar.
Well, the U-2 was a spy plane. They tracked it on radar, Chris.
Yeah, because it wasn't stealth.
Like the dude that ejected didn't like look over towards his.
Well, they know where it went, but it had enough fuel to fly like hundreds of miles.
But
it might be in the middle of the Atlantic.
Did he put it on autopilot and it just
spin
off like freaking?
It would just crash.
Did it run out of? Did they have to run it out of fuel for it to crash?
Yeah, they probably put it on autopilot out to sea so it doesn't crash into the suburban area, and they just don't know where it's at.
Like that golfer guy, right? Remember the golfer, Payne Stewart?
No.
All right, so let's get this
Payne
straight.
Stewart. So Payne Stewart was on a plane, right? A private plane, and the oxygen, like it malfunctioned and it killed everybody on the plane, even the pilots, right? But the pilots had it on autopilot, so the plane is just flying across America with all these dead people in it, and they're literally waiting for the plane to crash. It's happened back in that late '90s, I think.
So it's like that one, like what was it called, Jabberwockies or whatever, the Stephen. You know the one I'm talking about, Tim, where the plane gets like back in time, and then the monsters that are eating time are coming after them. Stephen King movie.
Called Langoliers.
Langoliers.
I was gonna say
So
Jabberwocky.
it's like the
That's
Langoliers.
Jabberwocky thing.
That's
That's
honestly
like Monty Python.
one of my favorite scary movies was that because I just didn't know what the fuck was happening the whole movie.
Yeah, same. It was a great movie.
I was like, what is happening there? Are they in the future? Like they landed at the airport that they left from, and then there's just nobody there. There was that random like deaf kid or blind kid or whatever it was that could hear.
Yeah.
So the Langoliers is a good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Langoliers. It's definitely one of. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I could be remembering it.
I'll have to check it out. Those Stephen King movies are so hit and miss.
There, it might be a hit
Uncle,
at
I'll be back.
the same time.
I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, it's definitely worth at least through.
Is it a long movie?
I don't think so.
All right, I'll have to check it out. I'll put it on my list.
Langoliers, not the TV series. Why does this say TV series?
Like the It TV
Okay.
series is horrible now
sorry.
compared to It the movies.
Yeah, hold on. This is
I really want to watch it again, but I only ever want to see it with Derek, and I hate that because it
You
was
scream
so
like a
fun
girl.
watching it with that guy.
Because he screamed like a girl.
Yeah,
Langoliers,
because he's screaming like
Paramount Plus.
Let me IMDb it. Langoliers.
It's the think of the cheesy Stephen King movies before it was like
So it was a
before it's good stuff.
two episode miniseries.
Oh, it is an it is a okay. It is a
Wasn't
TV
it on
show.
Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah,
In '95? It's on
I thought
Amazon.
it was a movie, but it's a two. It must be. It's a 2 episode miniseries.
It is. It's 2 episodes.
So it probably broke it into what, like 40?
They're 90-minute shows. They're an hour and a half. That's 3 hours. That's not bad. You can watch that in a day. If it's good.
Well, it is good, so watch it.
I will have to check it out.
Why can't I find it on Paramount?
Because it's on Amazon.
It literally says right here on Paramount Plus.
I've only got it on Amazon on IMDb.
I don't know.
IMDb
I
says
do want
it's
to watch
only
it
on.
again.
I mean, I can dig it up. That's how I watched Barbie, right?
I'm a Barbie. Yep. Sorry.
So.
Huh? Anybody got anything else they
I
want to
don't
talk
think
about?
so. I can save my Hell Night movie for next week.
We need to do like a.
There was
I wish
something
we need to do like a Spooktober marathon or like.
I have
thing.
this. I am doing this thing. I took a picture of the picture. Hang on a second. And it's the 31 days of October, right? And it gives you a different movie to watch every single day. Holy shit, where's it at? I got it back in. I'm looking for it because it's way back there. Hang on. La 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 la. There's on this day. Oh, did I freaking erase it? Did I? Come on. I hope I didn't erase it. You ever delete something you're not supposed to delete? Maybe it's in my deleted. Albums. deleted. Here it is. Here we go. I must have deleted it. God, I hope not, because I really needed it. I'm looking. Anyway, it's the 31 Days of October, and it gives you a different genre of movie to watch every day.
Sweet.
31 days, and I gotta find it. Holy crap. Yeah, here it is. I found it. There we go. It was just here. How does it disappear? I guess it shifted. Hang on. I just saw it. There it is. Yeah, let's recover that. Yeah, the first day of October 1st is a movie about it being trapped. Someplace like you're trapped in some. Movie 2 is in a cornfield. Movie 3, day 3 is a Jamie Lee Curtis movie. Day 4 is set in space. So they have 31 different types of genres to
Put that in the
watch.
group chat.
Yeah, I'll send it in the group chat.
Let's see if I can manage to swing a Star Trek movie for all 31 days.
They have to be horror movies, not gay ass.
You said a space movie.
Let's be honest. Khan is frightening.
I was going to say, Khan's a pretty scary movie.
Khan is not
the whale ship.
Yeah. Or not even the whale ship. In the first movie, the big fucking gigantic solar system sized ship.
There you go. Killer Machines. So what are you gonna do? Watch the Nomad episode? I Am Nomad. I Am Perfect. Remember that one from the original? You got to watch Freddy Krueger movie, Guillermo del Toro movie, Creepy Crawly, something from the 70s. Vincent Price. This is a great list. I'm gonna do this now that I have time. Except I'm gonna have to figure out 14 and 15 on the same day because I actually have plans on the 14th. So I might have to watch Jason Voorhees on the 13th. Ooh, that is Friday the 13th. That's why that's clever, ain't it? Friday the 13th there's a Friday the 13th in October. So I'm gonna watch a Jason Voorhees movie on Friday the 13th. Then I can watch a found footage movie after that. So you can watch what was that monster movie with the found footage thing? Cloverfield? Huh?
Blair Witch.
Cloverfield.
From you should watch that movie I was saying last Halloween that I randomly came across, Grim Cuddy.
Yeah.
You should put that, find a spot for that somewhere in your 31 days of October of Halloween.
I will. Hang on one second.
Because it was definitely pretty enjoyable.
Grim Cuddy, a suburban teen girl and her little brother must stop a terrifying internet meme brought to life by the hysteria of her parents. Okay, so hysterical parents and internet.
It
maybe it's a is that a meta horror?
Sure. If there's slashers somewhere in there,
That sounds like a meta horror because that's pretty meta.
It's pretty meta, yeah. Killer Machines. 19.
It was only an hour and a half or something like that, I think, too. So it wasn't even that long of a movie.
Killer Machines. That's got to be the first Terminator.
A meta horror is a movie becomes self-referential, harkening back to tropes. That's what a meta horror is. Crack jokes, make points, and that's like Scream. I would say it's like a machine. So number 19.
Mean Machine. Mean Machine.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, or I guess listening to another episode of Who's Your Nerds podcast. You can catch us at Who's Your Nerds on Facebook. You can catch us at Pod Nerds on Twitter, but not me because I'm still banned. You can watch and listen to us on YouTube. And you can listen to us at your favorite podcasting sites. Tune in, Amazon, iTunes, and Apple. It was Spotify. I said iTunes.
I was going to say Spotify.
Spotify.
And if you're ever wondering
what time we're going to do these podcasts. I sure as hell don't know because it started at 4:30 today. But you'll never wonder who's your nerds.
Well, no one responded, so me and Chris were like, let's just do it.